I'm Shannon with girlsinthestacks.com, and today we're here with Beth Fantaskey. Yay!
Hi.
Author of Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side and Jekel Loves Hyde, which we got a copy of today, so we're super psyched.
Yes, I got some of the advanced copies today before it's even out in the stores.
Okay, so she doesn't know this, but when I first got this book, I really didn't know anything about it, and I read it, and out of 5 stacks, I gave it a 4.5. And I have to tell you, that's...
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
You should be. I loved this book. You guys have to buy Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side. You have to. Yes, listen to me. That's what I've told everyone my whole life, to listen to me. Finally, somebody listens. All right, so I just have a couple of questions for you. I heard you talk about you didn't really know about the popularity of vampires. Can you explain that and what the story is?
Sure. Well, my first book, Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side, is a vampire novel, and it was, I wrote it in 2006, right before Twilight just exploded all over the world with vampires, and I didn't even know that vampires were already a huge genre because I didn't read YA fiction really. And when the manuscript sold, my agent said, I think we have sold the last vampire book that the world can stand. And I was like, what? There's vampire books out there? And then suddenly Twilight took off everywhere, and that was that. And I love it because a lot of people come to my book after they read Twilight.
And you won't be disappointed. There's some that you read after and you're like, they're trying to be Twilight. It's not. I love that book. All right, and then my next question is, I hear that you have adopted, your children are adopted.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing we truly loved about your book is that the parents were always willing to tell Jessica about her background, but she was the one not wanting to hear it. Do you talk about their background with them, and is that why you were so forthcoming? We just love that you were willing to, it was actually parents that wanted her to know. Not keeping secrets from her.
Yeah, I definitely base the mother's conversations on the way I talk to my kids, which is to be very open and upfront about it. My kids are very curious about their background, and there's really not much we can tell them because they're adopted from China, but I just try to be honest with them and don't pretend like you're not adopted or something. Just tell the truth and say, your parents try to do a wonderful thing for you and sacrifice you to give you home. So
my sister likes to do that. I just think that's wonderful. So let's talk about, you're going to have a sequel.
I'm working on the sequel for Jessica's Guide, yeah. It's in the works right now. I'm only like 70 pages in, which for me is still a pretty just shaky start of a book. So I haven't made any kind of formal announcement or promises yet, but all I can tell people is I'm working really hard,
Well, we appreciated the wedding that you did online.
Oh, good.
It was fun.
Good.
So a lot of people really, dived into that. Delved in, something like that. I make up my own words.
So do I sometimes, and I put them in my books.
I think it works. You know what? It should have been a word.
But yeah, the wedding was really fun. I had lots and lots of people voting. I think there were like 800 votes or something on one of the options for her wedding dress or something, or whether they would kiss or bite each other. And it was just so much fun to get that feedback from readers and then write those chapters just the way they wanted them and give them the wedding that the real hardcore fans of the first book wanted. And now there's a ton of comments. You can go sign the guest book after you read it.
I saw that.
It's been really fun.
All right, then, okay, so we talked about Jekel Loves Hyde, and that's coming out now.
Yeah, Jekel Loves Hyde is just coming out now.
So go buy that. And then now we have Girls in the Stacks, interesting author tidbits.
Okay.
That we ask. And they're just kind of one-word answers, or whatever you want to say. It's just kind of quick. Okay, salty or sweet?
Salty hands down.
Okay, eat at home, take out, or dinner like out?
Dinner out every time. Somebody else do the dishes.
That's right. Okay, pop, soda, or Coke? What do you say?
We say soda, where I come from usually.
Do you say this? Do you like the thesaurus or dictionary?
Oh, I have a dog-eared thesaurus that I take everywhere. It's my friend.
Stacy loves you. That's Stacy. Do you listen to country, hip hop, rock, or classical?
Everything. Not so much classical, but I do listen to country, hip hop, rock, because I listen to a college radio station usually, and it's very kind of chaotic everywhere. Not so much classical.
Okay, Star Wars, Harry Potter, or Lord of the Rings?
Oh, make me choose between Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Star Wars, that's not in the mix. I'm going to say Lord of the Rings because it set the standard, you know, for fantasy.
See, you're like, you and Stacey. Okay, fiction or nonfiction?
Fiction.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Texting, emails, or talk on the phone?
Email. Big fan of the email. Kind of in between the talk on the phone.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
I like her. Don't you want to just go out, have dinner?
We can do that anytime, as long as we go out for dinner.
That's right. Okay, werewolf or vampire?
Vampire. Fan of the vampire.
Okay, and then we want to ask you, what's in your stack at home?
Right now, to be read, a lot of books from my dissertation. I'm working on my PhD dissertation, so I have all kinds of books about Al Capone and women writers of the 1920s, women crime reporters, and it's not probably what people would expect I would have right now, but that is what's in my stacks. 1920s crime, organized crime.
Well, there you have it. All right, well, thank you for talking to us and being here with us. And with that, I just want to say bye and see you in the stacks.
Bye.